Hello, YouTube. Okay, so Star vs. Evil is back. Was it worth the wait? Not really. Okay, so this episode is really boring, to be honest. Really, I was just watching this whole episode and I just found myself incredibly bored and wanting to do anything else, really. Yeah, kind of strange, seeing as I really thought that since the last episode they would get their act together, but apparently it just got worse. So in this exciting opening to season 2, what do we get? We get Marco getting locked in a closet. Fascinating. And now Star has to get him out, but unfortunately her wand is also in the closet. Of course, Marco can't just, open up the book and get her wand and then, just push it through the little blinds. No, he can't do that because that'd be sensible. So instead, they gotta listen to Glossaric, who is telling Star to be able to use her powers without the wand, which her mother wasn't even able to do until she was 19. And he's also telling Marco, look for Star's secrets because, reasons? So, yeah, I don't really know why Glossaric wanted Marco to find out about Star's secrets here, but he did, for whatever reason. I hope he's satisfied with his discovery. But eventually, yeah, okay, of course, Star does learn how to use magic on her own. I will say that does look pretty cool when she uses magic on her own. And then the door opens before Marco can read Star's journal. And, yeah, do you really care? Let me ask you that. Do you really care? It's honestly just a really, really boring episode. There's nothing really that much to it. It's just sort of Marco's locked up in a closet, and Star's gotta think of a way to get him out of a situation that she kind of caused. So, yeah. Honestly thought there'd be something a bit bigger than that. But at least the next episode does have a bit more excitement with we get follow-up on Ludo, because everybody wanted an update on what Ludo was doing, I guess. And what is he doing? Yeah, I guess he is a guy. Seriously, I never saw that, but okay. Well, what's he doing? He was apparently thrown into the space. What? Yeah, okay, so remember when Star opened up that portal and threw Ludo into it at the end of season 1? And that was like a nice little quick gag? Yeah, apparently that was incredibly evil of her, as she sent him to nothingness. She honestly sent him out to a place where he would either die of starvation or thirst, whichever comes first. Why? Why would she do that? That is so incredibly evil. I honestly thought that she was gonna send him, like, when I saw that portal being opening up and she threw him into it, I honestly thought that she, sent him somewhere where he could at least survive. But in space? Really? That is incredibly evil of you, Star. Well, lucky for him, a portal opens up through unknown means, and he's able to go through it and gets to the forest, some miscellaneous forest, where he's chasing down a bag of chips. Very exciting stuff here. But eventually he does meet up with an eagle, and he's incredibly hungry because he's been out in space for at least like 30 days now. So yeah, of course he's gotta be a bit hungry because he's had nothing to eat. Thanks, Star. Yeah, well, now he's looking for any means to get food, and he sees an eagle dropping some food to his young. So he decides, well, okay, this is a good idea. So he pushes one of the birds out of the way. Now it's gotten human contact. Now that bird will be completely forgotten about by the rest of the family. But hey, you know, messing up one animal's life doesn't matter to Ludo, because he just had his life messed up. And he tries to get some of the food, but the bird won't let him, and it grabs him, and it throws him down into something that would instantly kill him, but luckily he's Ludo, so he lives. Then that happens again for some reason, because I guess the bird was still angry with him. But then eventually the bird does let go, and Ludo meets up with a spider. It kills someone on screen, and some of the blood goes into Ludo's mouth, and that makes him happy. God, I thought that this... God, just... That's dark. Okay. One creature that we just now got to meet get murdered is one thing, but then having some of the blood go dripping into one of the characters' mouth and them enjoying it is another. That is R-rated stuff right there. Oh, and then we get to see the animal's dead corpse. Yay! So, yeah. Don't know where this all of a sudden dark turn came from, but apparently that satisfied Ludo for a bit. Until he falls asleep. In which case, then he's asleep for like a year. Really, what the heck happened? He's like sitting there 1 second, then his beard is like fully grown. No one even tells him how long he's been asleep. We just know that he was asleep for a while. Really, you would think that he would get up immediately or something, but... I mean, he's in the freezing cold temperatures. You would think that would wake him up, but nope. He just stays asleep. And eventually he just sort of sees a spider walking out to get some food, so he follows it. And then he finds out that, hey, the spider has a lot of fish and everything, so he's gonna try that. He gets some fish. Okay, he gets one fish, and then the spider takes it because the spider's a jerk. And he gives Ludo scraps because I guess he's a merciful jerk, I guess. I don't know. And Ludo just sort of follows him back, I guess being able to scale up a mountain. And he sees the bag of chips, but the spider wants it because clearly that amount of fish wasn't enough to supply the spider. It needed those bags of chips. So, yeah, now it's time for Ludo to fight a spider over a bag of chips. Yeah, I realize how dumb that sounds. And, well, I will admit, though, that this fight is actually pretty cool, and they do have a lot of fun with it, like... With the certain angles that they use on the spider web and everything, I will say that it's at least a fun fight. And, hey, it's probably the best part of this episode, so I'll give it that. The fight with the spider is pretty cool. But eventually, Ludo outwits the incredibly intelligent spider and makes it his slave. Okay. And then he pretty much decides to do the same thing with getting the fish, except now he'll give all the scraps to the spider. Ha! Karma! But then he meets up with the bird and decides it's gonna be an epic fight with him and the bird, and then we'll cut later, he already has the bird under his control. Such an engaging fight. We're gonna fight you! Oh, we already fought you and we won. Woo. So, then pretty much Ludo has an army of 2 things, but I guess those are pretty powerful things, and he also made the bird completely abandon its family, yay! Although it's been like 60 days now, so yeah, chances are those birds have probably already grown up and left. Like, really, birds young, they don't really stay with their parents for that long, so chances are the birds are probably gone. So, yeah, didn't really leave anything. But then all of a sudden, Ludo sees a hallucination of Star. Because he's being well fed and has enough water now. Of course, now he would start seeing hallucinations. Don't know why this started up all of a sudden. And he decides to chase it. And actually, he does pretty good in this fight. But unfortunately, yeah, it was just a hallucination. But then he finds out that he was on Muni. How does he find this out? Because he finds the hand of a skeleton with a glowing rock in it. Immediate sign that he's on Muni, I guess. Well, okay, then he turns around and sees the castle on Muni. So yeah, I guess that is probably more likely. I wonder if this is the place that Star meant to send him. Like, do you think that Star meant to just send him here, but instead she just got mixed up with the space outside of Muni or something? Like, really, I'm wondering why she sent him here. But, okay, so yeah, now he's in Muni. Also, who opened up that portal to get him to Muni? Really, I want to know. Maybe it was that fish guy from last season, whose name I forgot. Yeah, I didn't rewatch the first season, just so you know. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, okay, so the second episode is much better than the first. And it is kind of cool to see one of the characters who you don't really think would actually be able to survive on their own actually be able to. It is kind of neat to see how he goes through trying to learn and adapt and try to survive. And it does make him a little bit better of a villain, as he is able to adapt and he's able to be proactive. He's able to take some charge on his own. And that is if the situation calls for it. And yeah, most of the time on the show it didn't. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that they did add this. It did make him a bit better of a villain. But outside of that, yeah, it's also a pretty boring episode. And is it just me, or is this show no longer funny? Really, I had like one light chuckle during this whole half an hour. I was just really, really bored most of the time. But yeah, I will say though that there are some pretty neat things in it, like when Star is able to use her magic on her own, that's pretty cool looking, and when Ludo is fighting the spider and pretty much everything after that, that's when the episode gets a bit better. But unfortunately, everything with after that spider fight, yeah, that's only like 3 minutes. So much excitement. Yeah, most of the best parts of this episode come in the last 3 minutes. And yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching that first episode. It was just really boring. It's just Mirko locked in a closet and him trying to get out and Star trying to get him out. And I guess if you find that exciting, then you'll love that episode. But if you don't, then yeah, you'll just be bored wanting to do something else. And also, for the episode with Ludo, I will say that one's better. It's just, it was better than something that was really, really boring. So, yeah. Season 2, episode 1 is probably my least favorite episode of this series so far. I'm hoping it'll get better later, but if it doesn't, then I'm gonna be bored. Really, really bored. Although apparently the wand might be evil or corrupted or something. So yeah, that's a bit of information. Totally makes the episode worth it. Okay, no it doesn't. So, yeah. That's about the gist of it. Not too much is happening in this episode. But at least we got to find out that one of those laser-eyed dogs has a name. I forgot the name, but it has a name. And apparently that's better than what Ludo was doing, as he would just name his captives Arachnid and Bird. So well thought out names. So yeah, this is a mediocre episode at best. At worst, which is the first episode, it's really boring and probably not worth sitting through. So, if you want to be bored, or if you don't have anything else to do, but you want some pretty colorful animation, yeah, the animation is so pretty colorful. And there are some little nice things that are hidden in the closet, but outside of that, yeah, there's nothing really worth watching. But if you want some nice animation, then this will have it. There's really not that much to say about this. It's just mediocre and really boring. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Although, one thing I do want to bring up is that as of tomorrow, I am going to be gone on vacation for 2 whole weeks. That's pretty much all. So, yeah, bye.